Tom Goslowski for ESPN Radio here with Tommy John. And Tommy, what brings you to the Capital Region this afternoon?
We came here with the thought process of seeing these young people and older people and the disabilities they have, but it's not a disability, it's just a small hurdle. And to see what they went through to make me feel welcome, it was mind-boggling that you see them and they're in various stages of what they can and can't do, but they would sit there and smile and laugh at you and take pictures and sign this for them, and you would see them, and it's just, you never really think about things like this until you're here, and it's just, you just thank God that they have a facility like this to give them the nurturing that they need to get farther in life.
And they're pretty good singers too. They serenade you with a little "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That was very good.
It was fantastic. Now I'm from Syracuse. I'm proudly wearing my S here on my chest. You're a pretty good basketball player yourself back in the day. Now, is this true that Adolph Rupp showed up to your house and older Mr. John may have asked him politely to leave?
Yes, it did.
Now, what happened there with the legendary Hall of Fame coach?
He was out trying to sign Tom and Dick Van Arsdale. And if you go back on Google and look at Tom and Dick Van Arsdale, they both played in the NBA. They went to Indiana, and Rupp was trying to get them to come down to Kentucky. So when they came out and said they were going to Indiana, then Rupp and his assistant coach, a guy named Harry Lancaster, came over to Terre Haute. And they were trying to sell my dad on the virtues of Kentucky. And my dad said, well, I don't know if Tom's going to go to college. There's a lot of baseball teams looking at him now. He may be looking to play baseball. And Rupp said the magic words. Even Jim Boeheim wouldn't say this. Well, our baseball program at Kentucky is like minor leagues. Your son might not even be able to make our baseball team.
Oh my goodness.
So you're trying to get this guy to go down there, and you said that to my dad, and my dad he said, Coach, I've never liked you. I don't like your tactics. And there was a guy from our high school that I went down there, and he told us stories of Adolph Rupp physically kicking guys in the butt at halftime. You blankety bam, kicking them on the way up into the locker room. And he said, everybody was scared to death of his wrath. And he said, I've never liked you. He said, you see that door right there? Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out. And Rupp stormed out of our house. Yep, my dad did it.
That's true.
Hot. Way to go.
No, we got a little Yankee hat.
Now I'm going to tell you this. If Bob Knight had been there, my dad would have had him there. He would have made him chili, and he would have had that.
The Indiana Bias, though, right?
He loved Bob Knight. He loved Bob Knight.
He's great. One of the great coaches.
You better believe it.
Outstanding. So we got our Yankee hat right here. So hopefully we're going to play a little game with you now. We have a bunch of your old teammates' names in this hat.
Are they living or dead?
Oh, a little mix of both, maybe.
Okay, well, Thurman Munson.
I'm going to pull some names out of this hat, and hopefully you'll have some good stories about some of our former teammates.
Okay.
Some of your former teammates, okay?
All right.
All right, the first one I pulled out is Al Downing.
Al Downing. Al and I were together, not with the Yankees, with the Dodgers. Yep. And we were I called the two of us Salt and Pepper. He was black, I was white, and we were Salt and Pepper, because my first year there, 72, Downing in 70 won 20 games. So he comes back, I come in, we pitch, now we go on the road trip. Al goes to the bullpen, and they wanted to make sure that Don Sutton started every 5 days. Then the next road trip, I went to the bullpen, and I said, you and I are Salt and Pepper, babe. And he just laughed. He said, isn't that the truth? And I said, why don't they just say Tommy, you go to bullpen, or Al, you go to bullpen, and then the other one's pitch. But instead of doing this, one road trip, the other road trip, but Al's a good guy. Still, I mean, still is a good guy.
Oh, that's great. All right, the next one, Mike Marshall.
Mike Marshall probably knew more about the shoulder and arm and all that physiology, but Mike Marshall was so full of shit. His eyes were brown. And I've had people tell me, they said, well, on your comeback, Mike worked with you and worked on your motion to prevent you. And I said, no. Mike gave me a set of exercises to do for my shoulder, but he never showed me how to pitch. I pitched the same way when I came back as I did before, as I did when I was with the White Sox in 65, 66. But Mike's got a way of teaching guys how to throw. And if you ever see it, maybe physiologically it's probably correct, but nobody will ever buy into it because it's going to take 50 years to retrain kids how to throw this. But he was brilliant. Brilliant.
All right, I get one more for you. All right, this is a little cheating though.
Okay.
This is your old manager,
Tommy Lasorda. Never saw a free meal he didn't like. He came over. Lasorda never ever drove to the ballpark. Now here's the manager of the Dodgers. Manager. TJ. Yeah. Lasorda. Yeah. Who's driving? I think Ferguson is. Okay. Boom. So we go and we'd have to go pick up Lasorda on the way to the thing. We had to go pick up Lasorda. You had to pick him up. So this one Sunday, Lasorda said, I'll drive. Okay. So my family and I go to church early, come back, Lasorda comes, picks us up, and my daughter was just born, and she was maybe a year old, 2 years old. Tommy, 77, she would have been 2.5. Tommy, oh, come to Uncle Tom, oh, you. And my wife says, Tommy, you want some coffee? Yeah, we'll have some coffee. So she brews some coffee up. He's sitting there, and guys are saying, well, sort of, we got to go. Got to go. Okay. So we go pick up this guy, that guy, we pick up Billy Russell, and we go by, and Billy Russell's wife never fixed him anything to eat, I don't think, because we had to stop by In-N-Out Burgers to get him a triple. And so we stop by, and we're driving in, and we get to the ballpark. It's Sunday. And they're hitting on the field, and we're late. We're like an hour late. So we put our clothes on to go out, maybe do a little light running and all this. And Lasorda comes in, and he comes, and he's got his baseball shorts on and his shirt, and he says, you 4 guys that are here that are late have $100 on my desk for being late. We said, Lasorda, wait a minute, you drove. He said, I don't care who drives. You're responsible for being here on time.
Oh my God.
And the son of a gun made us pay.
Oh, no way. Thank you so much, Tommy John. ESPN Radio 104.5 team, Tom Goslowski, guys with you.